Alright, we're about to go deep into this fear of people's reactions. And I'm going to show you how it can totally flip your life upside down in the best way possible. Here's the hard-hitting truth you need to hear. What people think of you is none of your fucking business. That's right, I said it. It's their problem, not yours. You can't control what's going on in their heads. And you sure as hell shouldn't give a damn about it. So let me give you a visual for this. Picture a dog barking at you from behind a fence. It's loud. It's obnoxious. But you're walking down the street, minding your own business, and the dog's opinion doesn't matter one bit, does it? That's how people are. They can bark all they want. But if you're walking with your head high, the dog can bark forever, and not a damn thing is going to stop you. So how are you already doing this? Let's break it down. I bet you're already doing this in little ways. Think about that time you wore something totally different. Something that was you. Maybe it was a new pair of shoes, a funky jacket, or some weird-ass socks. You thought for a second, what will people think? Then you said, fuck it, I like it, I'm wearing it. That's the starting point. You already do this in some areas of your life. Maybe you rock up to work with your unique flavour. Or maybe you post a picture on social media because it's you. Not because you want validation, but because that's how you express yourself. See, you've got the ability to say, I don't care what you think. You just need to expand that confidence to every part of your life. Now, why is it so important to not give a shit? Because if you don't start living for you, if you're stuck in that people-pleasing cage, you're playing a game that doesn't serve you. You're playing small. You're holding yourself back from your true potential. If you're constantly worried about what people think, whether it's at work, in your relationships, with your friends, you're draining yourself. It's like walking through a life with a backpack of rocks. Let that shit go. Here's an extrapolation of the future. Imagine this for a second. 15, 10, 20 years down the line. If you keep living to please people, constantly worrying about their judgment, what happens? You stay stuck in that same place. You stay small. You never take those risks. Never speak your truth. Never really step into your power. But if you start embracing the fact that people are always going to judge you, and their judgment is irrelevant to your mission, you begin to move forward. You take those risks. You say things that might make people uncomfortable, but you don't care. Because you know the only opinion that matters is yours. Imagine the confidence, imagine the freedom. You'd be unstoppable. How this works in the brain, let's dive into the science. Your brain loves familiarity. It wants to stay in its comfort zone because it's wired to avoid danger. In evolutionary terms, our brains were designed to stay with the tribe because if you got rejected, you were screwed. So rejection means death in prehistoric terms. This is where the mind gets tricky. When you're afraid of being judged or rejected, your brain perceives it as a threat. That's why you get that pit in your stomach when you think about speaking up or doing something new. It's like your brain is screaming, no, don't rock the boat. But here's the thing. This isn't 10,000 years ago. Rejection doesn't mean that you'll get thrown out of the tribe. It just means someone didn't agree with you. And who the hell cares about that? Really think about it. You're going to let some stranger's opinion control you. Fuck that. Here's the fun part. You have the power to rewire your brain. The more you face that fear, the more you start stepping into that discomfort, your brain starts to realize, wait for a second, rejection isn't life-threatening. Actually, nothing really happens when I'm not liked, and boom, it gets easier and easier to keep going. The karma of not doing this. What's the cost? Simple. You stay stuck. That's karma, my friend. Every time you don't step into your power, every time you let fear dictate your life, you're telling the universe, I'm okay with being small. I'm okay with playing by everyone else's rules. And guess what the universe does? It gives you more of that. You get more of the same. Fear, frustration, being stuck. But if you step into your true self, if you show up authentically, you break that cycle. You start to get more freedom, more opportunities. And the people who truly align with your energy, they'll show up. So what stops us? Now we're getting into the why. Why the hell are we so damn afraid of what people think? It's because we're thought. We need to fit into these boxes. Society tells us, here's the mold, you better fit it, or you'll be left behind. From childhood to adulthood, we get conditioned to care about what other people expect. But here's the truth. That shit's made up. The rules of the game, they were designed by people who are just as scared as you. Let's be real, most people, they aren't even paying attention to you. They're too busy worrying about their own stuff to be thinking about what you're doing. You might get a couple of judgmental looks here and there. That's just because they're stuck in their own fear. When you step out of that, it's like a wake-up call for them. Oh, this person's free. They're doing what they want. Maybe I should try that too. So how do you break the patterns? Here's the key. Interrupt the pattern. Every time you feel that fear creeping in, every time you start worrying about what someone else thinks, interrupt it. Here's a quick trick. The 5-second rule. When you catch yourself thinking, what'll they think? Count backwards from 5. Just do the thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This breaks the pattern. It forces you into action without letting the fear take control. You literally override your brain's fear response. You've got to keep doing this over and over until it becomes second nature. The more you do it, the less you care what others think. The more you step into your own power. Own your shit. Here's the final punch. Stop playing small. Stop holding back because of what others think. You've one life, and you are going to spend it worrying about someone else's opinion. Hell no. You're powerful. A unique human being. You don't need anyone's approval to shine. And the sooner that you realize this, the sooner you'll start living the life you've always wanted. People will judge you, sure. But you can't control them, so why bother? You only have one person to answer to, yourself. Live for you. Own your truth. And remember, if people don't like it, that's their problem, not yours. So get out there and be you. The world will catch up.